Okay, section 4.2, comparing rational numbers. So we've talked about counting numbers and what they are. You start counting at 1, 2, 3, and so on. Whole numbers, add in that 0. The integers, add in the negative numbers along with all the other whole numbers. And then rational numbers are all numbers, whole numbers and fractions that can be placed on a number line. So when we look at those whole numbers, that's actually what we're looking at here, the ordering those rational numbers. So the big question is where is their placement in relationship to each other on the number line, and what we mean by comparing rational numbers. So we're looking at where it is on the number line and that relationship to the other numbers that we're comparing. So if we have, we're going to order the numbers from least to greatest. Now, this is something that always messes students up because they don't do it least to greatest. Sometimes they do it greatest to least. They're not either reading the directions or they don't know what that means. So on a number line, we're going to look the furthest to the left and then go left to right on our where we are. So if I have this number line, 0 is always in the middle, negative numbers always to the left, positive numbers to the right. And I want to order these numbers: 3.5, negative 2.7, 35/6, and negative 5.6 repeating. So we're going to take each one of these and place it on the number line first. So 3.5 goes right there. Negative 2.7 is right there. 35/6, well, we have to do some division first. So 6 goes into 35 5 times with 5 left over. So this is the same as 5 and 5/6. So now that I know that, I can place that now on the number line right there. And negative 5.6 repeating is going to be right over here. So now when I say order those from least to greatest, we're going to start on the left side of the number line. So negative 5.6 repeating is going to be first. Then the second number that I run into is negative 2.7, then 3.5, and then 5 and 5/6. Now I'm not going to write it as 5 and 5/6. I'm going to keep it the original number of 35/6. So we can do it just that way and put commas there, or we can use our less than symbol and put our less than symbols in between there. Either way, it just depends on what they want you to do for the lesson. So I would accept either way for those. So what if we go back to comparing these fractions? You just have two fractions to compare. They want us to either put a less than symbol in there, a greater than symbol, or an equal symbol. Multiple ways that you can do it. The first way is to think about cross multiplying. So 5 times 9 is 45. So that 45 is on this side over here. And 6 times 7 is 42. So the 42 would go over here. So we're always going to put it with the numerator of what we multiplied by. So we can see that 45 is greater than 42. That's the first way to do it. The second way that we can do it is just compare decimals. So we can divide 5 by 6 and get that decimal value to be, so you can divide it or you can put it in as a fraction. Either way to get the decimal. And it comes out to be 8.8333 repeating. And then the 7/9 and 7/9 would be 0.7 repeating. So we can see that this is greater than that. The third way of doing it is to get common denominators. So if we get a common denominator is 18, and we would convert each of the fractions so that it has 18 as the bottom. So 6 times 3 gives us 18, so 5 times 3 is 15. 9 times 2 gives us 18, so 7 times 2 is 14. So we can see once again that 15/18 is larger than 14/18. And that is the lesson.